Casey Ryans is our guest on MSUEagles.com today. Casey's a sophomore forward on the Morehead State women's basketball team. And Casey, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Let's first talk a little bit about this women's basketball team at Morehead State. Let's go back a couple of weeks before Christmas. You guys admittedly had a little bit of a rough start, started out 1-9. But since then, you're 4-2. You've started OVC play with a victory as well. You went down to UAB a couple weeks ago and got a big victory on the road. And since then, it seems like this team has really turned the corner. Just talk a little bit about what that victory meant, and as you go forward, how the team has improved over the last couple weeks.
The UAB victory really gave us the push and the confidence that we can win. We played a lot of close games. We lost some very crucial games, and then the UAB game just really helped us get our confidence up, knowing that we can win and we can beat other teams out there. And then our winning streak really helped us get our confidence up for a conference, knowing that we can be as good as we want to be.
Talk a little bit about, you're in your second year now, but last year you came in as a freshman in a very big freshman class, including Mackenzie Arledge, Whitney Kyle, along with a couple of other players, and you had a lot of playing time for a freshman last year. Talk about how that helped you develop as a collegiate player and what that experience meant to you and helped you develop personally and with your basketball skills, being able to have so much playing time as a freshman, because, not a lot of schools, when you go in as a freshman, you get that much opportunity. Yeah,
it really helped me a lot with my confidence. I say confidence a lot, but that's a big part of playing basketball, is to know that your shots are going to go in and that you're going to win and you're going to get stops on defense. But coming in as a freshman, I was a little nervous because I knew everyone had talked about how different it was from high school ball, and I was a big asset on my high school team too, so I wanted to bring that over to collegiate play. But it's really helped me. I know I got hurt early in the season too, and that kind of slowed me down a little bit, but since then I've worked really hard to get back into my groove and to better my game, and I think that right now I'm better than I was in the past, and I'm looking forward to getting better in the future.
Talk a little bit about rebounding. That's a big part of your game, being a forward and playing down low. You are the leading rebounder on this team this year, and especially in the past couple games. Just talk about the confidence you have in rebounding. You had a career high against SIU Edwardsville here just this past week.
Yeah, Coach emphasizes rebounding for me and Mackenzie a lot because that eliminates the other team's second chance points. So that's just what I keep in my mind, that I don't want the other team to have another chance to score after they miss their first shot. So just eliminating their second chance points will better us, and then it helps us get into the motions of our offense.
Let's talk a little bit about, you mentioned offense. First off, this year, and now you guys tried a little bit of this kind of what they call the 5-out motion offense that the coaching staff has really installed fully this year. Talk a little bit about when you came in last year and you guys ran parts of that offense, but this year, how has the transition been into kind of fully implementing that offense?
I feel like that we're a lot faster team this year. I know when we watch film from last year, we just look really slow in our offense. And we got good looks last year, but this year we're getting great looks. Our coaches talk about passing up a good shot for a great shot, and we're moving so fast on our offense that it gets the defense a step behind. So I think that really helps us. It's the big difference from last year is that we're just moving a lot faster this year.
Couple of road games coming up this week. You'll start off Saturday at Eastern Kentucky, a big rivalry game, and another important OVC game. You guys are 1-1 as you look to get above 500 and get a real big push early on. And then you'll be at Austin Peay on Monday night, another tough place to play. That's the start of a 4-game road swing, because you'll also be on the road next week. You've had a taste of victory here at home, had a lot of home games here early on, but talk about what the biggest difference is in playing on the road and what your team will have to do to really stay focused and pick up victories on the road here coming up.
Road games are very important because you go into another man's gym and you're there to make a statement. And it's a lot harder playing in someone else's gym because it's just the home court and they already have the advantage of shooting in that gym every day and practicing in the gym and having a lot of fans and a lot of noise. So for us, we need to go in there like we're already 10 points behind and just to push as hard as we can to stay on top. And I think that's going to help us a lot with these road games ahead.
Talk a little bit about, we'll kind of move in a different direction here. You're from the East Tennessee area, Rogersville, and just talk a little bit about how the recruitment process went last year when you decided to make Morehead State your college choice.
Well, I played a lot of I played a lot of travel basketball, so that really helped me in the recruiting process. I was playing in front of college coaches all through the summer, and it was basically a year-round thing for me. I knew in high school that I wanted to play at the college level, so I knew that I had to put in the extra work of playing all year round, basically. And that really helped me a lot with the recruiting process because I do live in such a small area back home, and we don't really get a lot of looks. My high school's not known for going to the state tournament and winning every year. I mean, we were a mediocre team. We could win, but we also lost. So it really helped me out playing travel basketball in front of all these coaches, and that's what got me here today.
What do you enjoy most about being here at Morehead State?
What I like most about being here at Morehead State is probably the closeness of everything because I'm from a small town, Rogersville, so it was easier for me to adapt in this small area than, say, a larger school, and I like it because it takes me about 5 minutes to get to class.
Definitely, a great campus here at Morehead State, but definitely accessible to everybody. So let's talk about school as well. Just tell everybody kind of what you're majoring in, or what your professional goals are, and what your aspirations are once you get finished with your career here playing basketball.
Okay, right now my major is public relations with a minor in marketing, and I think about the future sometimes, but I try not to get too far ahead of myself. But I would really like to be like a public relations manager for like a professional sports team. I think that'd be really interesting, and I want to stay in sports, but I'm just available for anything really.
So you'd like to be behind the camera?
Yeah.
I
like to be behind the camera.
Right. Okay.
But I can be in the front if I need to.
Well, you're certainly on the road to a great career, and we appreciate your time. That's Casey Ryans, who's joined us today on MSUEagles.com. Again, the Eagles are at Eastern Kentucky on Saturday at 4 p.m. And at Austin P on Monday night. That game will be at 8 p.m. Eastern. Again, Casey, thank you for your time and good luck.
Thank you for having me.